Welcome, fellow virtual pilots. Today, I am in the very first history mission of Area 18 campaign that is available for Patreons as a gift for supporting the channel and my work. Now I am en route to Shiraz, where I will start my new live as a mercenary pilot. I will take advantage of the flight to share my opinion on the current development priority policy that Eagle Dynamics has and how they should change it.
Echo Group. Command. You are ordered to cancel your current mission and copy new orders. We have lost communication with a supply convoy near Shiraz. You are reassigned to explore the convoy's last position. Search near the area, find the convoy and inform what happened to them.
As you all know, yesterday Wags published a new questions and answers video on his YouTube channel, in which he answers questions asked by the community. Lately, I wanted to give my opinion on how and why Eagle Dynamics should change its development policy long time ago, and these videos from Wags confirm this for me.
Eco 1-1. Copy following coordinates for last known position of Badger 7. Out.
Today, Digital Combat Simulator's business model is based mainly on releasing new planes, helicopters, and maps every year. In the background, improvements in terms of gameplay, immersion, and functionality of the sandbox, that is DCS, are not prioritized always. This is because their main source of income is the new toys and not the gameplay improvements, which they do more or less for free. For me, nowadays, this is a mistake, and I will explain why. Maybe in the past, it made sense to focus on producing planes, helicopters, and maps to populate this digital combat simulation environment. There is little point in claiming to have the best military simulation environment if you only have 4 aircraft and 2 maps to fill it. However, today, despite the fleeting hype that is generated every time a new toy comes out, the community is much more interested in general gameplay improvements. Examples of these are the dynamic campaign, a decent ATC system, a world map, challenging enemy AIs, allied AIs that make you feel that it is not just you against the world, etc.
Roger that. Tankers are heading to operation area. ETA 2 minutes. Out.
In my opinion, Eagle Dynamics should leave the toys in the hands of third parties and focus their business on improving the gameplay. And to do so, they should turn some of these gameplay improvements into paid modules and prioritize them. Please, before you jump on my throat, watch the rest of the video and you'll see that my reasoning is not crazy and that paying for these improvements is not intrinsically bad. I'll give you an example to make it clear. I present you with 2 fictional scenarios. Let's assume a first scenario. ED main priority for 2025 are these toy modules. The F-35, a Black Hawk, the missing Afghanistan map, and the F-4U Corsair. All paid modules. As a secondary priority, these gameplay improvement developments, a new ATC, a basic dynamic campaign, and a world map, all for free. And as a tertiary priority, other free improvements, such as the Vulcan API or reworks of old planes. Of course, we also have other companies that will continue to release more planes, helicopters, and maps, but I don't take them into account for simplicity. DCS is not a FPS, a MOBA, or an MMORPG with millions of players. In the end, we are just a few. This is a very niche game, and to simplify the accounts and equate percentages, let's say there are 100 people playing DCS. Of the 100 players, let's say 20 will buy all the toy modules, even if they already have 30 modules that they don't even have time to use, because they want to support DCS with their money to keep it alive.
Command. Tankers are now in the operation area. Contact them through assigned radio frequencies. Out.
60 will only buy one toy module, or at most two, which they're specifically interested in. And they probably have their interest even more divided between the toys of ED and those of third companies.
Texaco 1-1, infield 1, request rejoin.
Infield 1, Texaco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at 15,000, at
2-0-0.
And 20 do not want more toys to learn to use because they do not have time to play with them, or they are not interested in the toys planned for this year. But all 100 payers are interested to a greater or lesser extent in the new ATC, the Dynamic Campaign, the world map, and any other improvement of the DCS core that may come for free during the year. In this scenario, ED is losing money and resources, since the interest of the community in the toy modules is very spread amongst them. In addition, they will not have time to release everything they have planned in the year. So the gameplay improvement developments will be the ones that will be delayed as much as necessary to make room for the paid modules, with the community anger that this implies. Let's try a new scenario. ED plans to prioritize and make the above-mentioned gameplay enhancement available as pay modules. In fact, they're going all out and intend to release the full Dynamic Campaign, not a basic form. Secondarily, they're prioritizing the toy modules in this order: the Afghanistan map, the F-35, the Corsair, and the Blackhawk. We have as tertiary priority the free game improvements again. And finally, any other module from the third parties also. With the same number of 100 players, we will probably have the same 20 as before who will buy all the gameplay improvement modules, plus the toy modules they manage to release in time. Minimum 60 people who will probably buy all or at least two of the gameplay modules. Among them, some will surely buy one of the toy modules that ED managed to release. Let's say that 15 are only going to buy one of the gameplay improvement modules and or toy modules. And 5 don't buy anything because they don't want to or can invest more money in DCS. I don't think that these estimated figures are unreasonable. The result in the second scenario will be a lot of people paying for gameplay improvement modules to be prioritized, which I think is what interests them the most today, instead of spending money on their 12th pay plan. ED is earning more money because they has managed to interest more people in what they have released in 2025. And we also have the same third parties releasing planes, helicopters, and maps for people who want more toys. So people's anger is less if ED doesn't manage to release all the toy modules planned. And why did I say that paying for these gameplay improvements isn't bad? Considering the above scenarios, think for a moment. You're going to spend the money anyway. You already know that. But what would you rather spend it on? On another plane that, after the hype, you'll leave frozen? Or on Eagle Dynamics, actually releasing the gameplay improvements and not delaying them, while flooding the game with empty maps and planes that do the same as 3 others that you already bought? For me, turning some gameplay improvements into modules and prioritizing them is a win-win. Understand me well. Bug fixes, improvements to the graphics engine, new weather system, etc. should never ever be paid mods. But if an F-35 or a piece of Afghanistan, which only interests part of the community, are paid mod and are prioritized, why can't a new ATC, which interests everyone, be a paid mod and prioritized over them? Well, this is my way of seeing how to improve the DCS experience. What do you think? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to support the channel.
Ready, pre-contact.